Steven here, and this is another quick demo of our upcoming GUI system, which if you've watched the last few videos, you know is based around the idea of building web pages. So anything you can build as a web page, you can build as a Minecraft GUI. So for example, let's say you have the idea that you want Steve's head to bounce around the screen. And you ask yourself, can I do that as a Minecraft GUI? And the answer is, well, can you do it as a web page? And the answer is yes. I did it just a few minutes ago right here. I got Steve's head to bounce around the screen. Every time it gets to one of the edges, it changes direction and starts bouncing the other way. And I can actually show you the code that I wrote just so you know that it's real. And actually, it's surprisingly short. It's about 50 lines of code, and some of those are even blank lines. It's got a little bit of CSS right here, a tiny bit of HTML right here, and most of the code is JavaScript, but there's not even that much JavaScript, to be honest. So very, very simple little piece of code that gets Steve's head to bounce around the screen. And this is inside of Chrome right now. I'm showing you the code and the final page right here inside of Chrome, but that could just as easily be inside of Minecraft, which I will show you in just a moment. All right, there we are inside of Minecraft. Let me maximize that. Yep, there's Steve bouncing around inside of Minecraft. This is in heads-up display mode, so I can move around, not necessarily very efficiently because there's a bunch of GUI Steve stuff right in front of me. Let me actually refresh. I can refresh by pressing R, and that's exactly like refreshing your web browser. It just refreshes the GUI inside of Minecraft. So there we go. So now we have Steve starting over his little bouncing journey in front of our very eyes here inside of Minecraft. And I can move around, I can break blocks, and Steve bounces around on his merry way. This is not necessarily a very useful thing. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using this GUI for any purpose, unless it's like an April Fool's joke for one of your friends. But one thing that's really cool that I do want to show off is that you can actually edit this GUI right here inside of Minecraft without having to even leave the game. That's one of the new features with Learn to Mod, is that everything we want to make it so that everything you do online right now you could actually do from inside of Minecraft. So I'm going to press this edit button, which you saw me press earlier in the browser. I'm just pressing it now here inside of Minecraft. Press that, and you see the exact same code that we saw earlier inside of Minecraft now. And it's not inside of the browser. Look, I can move Minecraft around just to prove that this is actually code that's rendered right here, heads-up display style inside of Minecraft. And let's make a change just to show you how easy it is to change something. And I have a cool one in mind. So right here is the line that gets the image of my avatar. My thought stem is my Minecraft name, and I'm going to change that to somebody else's Minecraft name. Like, let's do Jeb. Jeb underscore, I think is his name. So that saved it right there. So I just made that change right here inside of Minecraft. I haven't had to leave yet. I'm going to press escape. So I'm back in heads up display mode, and I'm going to press R for refresh. So now we are refreshing the GUI, and there we go. Now we have Jeb's head bouncing around inside of Minecraft. Again, not super useful, but a great April Fool's joke, or it might even be a cool, like, I don't know, whatever the opposite of a power-up is when you're playing a game. Like if it's a multiplayer game and you get some cool item, then you could inflict this as a punishment on one of your opponents, just to make their game a little bit harder. Let's do one more change. I'll switch over here so I can press edit, and now instead of Jeb, let's do Notch's face. So I'll erase Jeb and type in Notch. And it saves automatically, and I do not have to leave Minecraft. All I have to do is press R for refresh. There we go. There's Notch's face right there bouncing around the screen. And at no point did I ever have to leave Minecraft to do that coding. So this is a GUI that's displayed inside of Minecraft. It's a custom GUI, but you can even edit the code here inside of Minecraft. You got some pretty cool stuff that you can do. Anything you can imagine in HTML, you should be able to do as a Minecraft GUI now.